7SP6. Let's look at number 1. A hat contains cards with different colors. She randomly selects a card from the hat and returns the card to the hat after noting the color. So she picks a color, puts it back. After randomly selecting a card 30 times, that's important, she picked a purple card 7 times. What would you estimate is the probability of Annabella randomly selecting a purple card based on her results? Okay, so based on the results, she drew it 30 times. Then out of those 30, she picked a purple card 7 times. So 7 out of 30. That's really all it's asking. So 1 is 7 out of 30, 1 is B. Moving to 2. Spinner is divided into 4 equal sections: red, orange, green, and blue. After 50 trials, the spinner landed on red 10 times, orange 16 times, green 6, and blue 18. What would you estimate as the probability of the spinner not landing on green? Okay, so first we need the total, and they did it 50 times. So they did it 50 times. We want it not landing on green. So we could add up all the times it didn't land on green, or we could see that, hey, it landed on green 6 times. So how many times did it not land on green? So if it landed on green 6 times, all the other times it did not. So just take away 6 from 50 and you get 44. But I don't see that as any of the answer options. So we have to simplify this. Divide these both by 2. So 50 divided by 2, or half of 50, is 25. And 44 divided by 2, so half of 44 is 22. So for number 2, we get 22 out of 25. The answer is D. Moving on to number 3. Alice is doing stuff here. Alice makes 32 of her 40 free throws during practice. Which teammate has a higher probability of making a free throw during practice? Okay, so she makes out of, this is number 3, out of 40, she makes 32. So which one has a higher probability? So we could simplify these all the way, and that's what we probably should do. Or we could just take 32 over 40 and compare it. But if we simplify, this is what we're comparing to. What can we divide both of these by? We could divide them by 2, but we should be able to see that we can divide both of those by 4. We can divide that by 4. Actually, you could divide them by 8. I'm sorry. Divide 32 by 8 and you get 4. 40 by 8 and you get 5. So here we have 4/5. This is what we are comparing all of these to. So let's look at A. A, 27 out of 36. So let's simplify this. What can we divide both of these by? We could divide them by, 27 divided by, let's divide them both by 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3, and 36 divided by 9 is 4, so 3/4. So we're going to compare that to this one. And so we could do 4/5 and 3/4. To compare, we can simply cross multiply. 4 times 4 is 16, and then come over here, 5 times 3 is 15. So this one is bigger. 4/5 is bigger. So 4/5, Alice, this is Alice, has a greater probability. So A cannot be the answer. Moving on to Dawn. So Dawn made 45 out of 50 free throws. So if we simplify, we can divide both of these by 5, and we get 9 out of 10. So now let's compare that one. We're comparing it to Alice, which is 4/5, and we have 9/10. That's what Dawn made. So let's cross multiply. 10 times 4 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. So Dawn has a greater probability. Dawn works. Answer is B. But let's do C just for extra practice. Let's do Faye and Jillian. So C. Faye. Faye made 21 out of 30 free throws. Let's simplify that. We can divide them both by 3. So we get 7 over 10. So now we're going to compare Alice, which is 4/5, to Faye, which is 7/10. I'm sorry. Yes, 7/10. 10 times 4 is 40, and 5 times 7 is 35. Alice is bigger, so C cannot be the answer. Moving on, last one, D. Jillian made 14 out of 25. Can we simplify that? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we can. So we have to compare Alice, which is 4/5, to Jillian, which is 14/25. So 5 times 4 gives us 100. 25 times 4, and 5 times 14. Come over to the side and do that. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. So 5 times 14 is 70. So Alice has a greater probability than Jillian, so Jillian cannot be the answer either.